Nope. Nope.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
What?
Hey guys, Konga here, and before we jump into the replay, I decided to dissect the intro because it's quite interesting what happens here. In the clip, it appears as if Rage Adrenaline shoots himself in the back of the turret. He sent us 2 other clips, and both of them seem to tell the same exact thing, that he actually, in fact, shot himself in the back of the turret. Which wouldn't surprise me considering we're on update 4.12, and a lot of strange things are happening on update 4.12. But I wanted to take a closer look. Here's the slow motion of the shot. And as you can see, he's driving up. And when he fires, the moment he fires, a shell hits him in the back of the tank. And flies straight up. Now if we slow it down even more, and in slow motion, you see the shell came from nowhere. Look at this. Boom. Something just hits him in the back of the turret. Which is why it really looks like he shot himself. In actuality, it was a T-28 prototype on his team who shot him. And when this T-28 prototype fired, the shell never appeared until it hit Rage's tank. Look at that. There is no shell tracer, and we were using the server replay. That means this is what the server saw. And as you can see, the moment he fired, the shell hit his tank. There was no delay between firing the gun and the shell hitting the 50 TP, and there was no shell tracer until after it hits Rage's tank. What an interesting thing to have happen. That's so weird. Here's another thing he sent us. This one's really fast, don't worry, maybe 15 seconds long. He's in his 50 TP, and look at this. No part of that circle is not on that tank. Yeah. 4.12, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new to the game, run. Well, we find ourselves on Lakeville in the Hydra. And, we're gonna be defiling QuickyBaby. That's the right word, right? It must be. It has to be. It has to be. It's my native language. I should know these things. English. But we're gonna be defiling QuickyBaby. And what do I mean by that? QuickyBaby always says to go town on Lakeville. And he is absolutely wrong. He's wrong. And I'm gonna stand behind this over and over and over again. Anytime I get this map, I'm going to say it over and over and over again. Do not go town on Lakeville. I've spoken to other Super Unicoms and they agree with me. Town is bad. Town, you get shot from people in the middle. You have to cross an open field to get to the town, and then to leave the town, you have to cross an open field yet again. It's just, it's bad things happen. This is the better place to be because from here, Artie will shoot at you, probably. Yes, that's going to happen. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't be here. Sometimes you have to play the game as if there's no artillery. And that's what we're going to be doing here. And because of that, we are going to win this game. Meanwhile, the enemy tanks, the enemy heavy Hydra is not going to win the game because he didn't go this way. And Artie gets counter-batteried anyway, so we don't have to worry about artillery this game. So that's really, really nice. And I'm going to emphasize yet again how bad town is later in this replay because you're going to see it just not work out for the enemy team. It's just not going to work out for them. But we have a nice shot on this T29, sorry, fired off, and we hit. Well, now we're going to be in a bit of a brawl here, poking up, shooting, pulling back, so on and so forth. We're in the Hydra IS-6, which has 130mm frontal hull armor, which is 30 more than the regular IS-6. But we have the same turret, and that's going to get penned a couple times, or at least once here. Right there, we get penned in the turret. It's only 150mm, and I believe it was a charioteer in the back who found the shot on us. So back to the replays we just watched. That T-28 prototype shell never showed up on the server replay. And if you guys are wondering, oh, maybe perhaps Rage's replay just never picked it up. No, that was my own replay. I downloaded that replay. I went to my friends list, found the replays, and downloaded it. And when you download a replay, it comes straight from the server because, believe it or not, World of Tanks has always had that ability. To rewatch the replays. Over on the server side, over in the Wargaming offices, they're able to do that, and that's how they used to do things, is they used to watch replays and judge if a tank needed buffed or nerfed, or find bugs because of the replays, so on and so forth. And so when we got the replay system in our game, they said they just unlocked that ability for us because they've always had that ability. So what we see is in fact server side. That means the server actually never registered that shell until it hit Rage Adrenaline, which is quite interesting. It's something I've never actually seen or never noticed before. Is one thing that we thought was weird turned into something else that was still weird. Like, I thought he shot himself with his own tank because of update 4.12, which wouldn't surprise me. But in actuality, his teammate shot him. But the shell never registered until he got hit. Once again, update 4.12. Strange things. Yeah, update 4.12, guys. If you're new to this game, run. Just run. Just get out while you can. Really, really. Anyway, our Lova has pushed, and so we've decided to push with him, and so has our Tiger 2. We're going to be helping him out. Put a shell into the turret cheek of the ISM. It's very weak. We probably could have gone through the upper hit plate, especially since this is during the loaded dice event, meaning my penetration would be what my penetration is, which I believe is 226 or 225 in this. Though at this range is probably more like closer to 230 because penetration averages are shown around 100 meters, and we were not 100 meters from that guy. We were about 15. So we probably would have actually had about 130 penetration. Sorry, 230. Oh man, 130. That's, don't get this tank, let me tell you. But it's too late now. You can't get this tank anyway. But this was my first impression of this tank. This is like, I pull out the tank, got Lakeville, and this is what I had. This is a good first impression. Probably one of the best first impressions I've ever had in my life. But now we're gonna back up and out of here. I'm not gonna turn around because I don't want the chariot here to start shooting me in the rear. There he is. He's running off, and we are now loaded, fired off. We finish him off, and now I'm willing to turn around because we need to get back to base. And this right here, right now, is exactly why, what we're about to show, why I think pushing town is so stupid. The enemy team has won the town. They have. They won the town. It's fair and square. Well done to them. And now they're going to advance towards my base, is what they're going to do. Go ahead. Come towards my base. You guys can do it. You guys can have it. Whatever you want. Come on. We have one tank destroyer defending the base. This shouldn't be an issue, right? Shouldn't be an issue. Except it is. They're crossing an open field to get to my base. We have artillery support. The Jagdpanther has me for support in just a second. We're going to be here. And we're going to put some shells. First shell is going to go into this hammer. I thought about shooting the light tank, but I changed my mind. I figured the light tank is going to go after artillery. He's going to be over there. He's going to be an easy kill for us. So we're going to shoot the hammer. And we put a shell in the hammer. Artillery shotguns the hammer. But because he does that, he does not have a shell loaded for the light tank, unfortunately for himself. And he goes down. And we're going to kind of ignore this light tank for now. Try to see where this Hydra is. There you go. There they are. Down there. Fine. That's fine. They can be there. But they're never going to make it to my base. They're never going to make it to my base. We're going to go after this light tank, and we're not going to catch him. And that's pretty much all that's going to happen this game for me here is this. That's it. Done. We can't catch the light tank. We're going to change our attention to everyone else, but we're not going to be able to shoot them. And you're wondering, but they had a hammer and a light tank actually make it to your base, clone guy. They made it to artillery. They didn't. Those two tanks did not push the town. They pushed the road, the lake road. And because they pushed the lake road, they were actually able to get to my base. The Hydra who just got killed and the T-44 who got killed, they got killed coming out of the town towards my base by a tier 7 tank destroyer who was able to defend them back, and then this other medium tank who's behind me. 2 tanks. So what is this medium tank? A Comet! They got killed by a Jagdpanther and a Comet. 2 top tier tanks advancing across an open field. They had no place to go, no place to escape, and they just died. That is why town just does not work. If you go town, you can get shot by people who are camping their base. If you go town, you can get shot by people as you go to the town. If you go town, you can get shot by people as you exit the town. If you go town, you are not fast enough to get back to your base if it starts getting capped. If you go town, you're not fast enough to get to their base to outcap them. There is no tactical advantage to the town because the enemy team can literally just capture the base on you if they feel like it. Like, oh, they're in town. I'd rather not push the town. I'm just going to cap the base. And there's nothing you can do. And you're going to lose that game. Town, it's just not a good idea, guys. Town is not a good idea. If you want to go there, maybe support. If you have friendlies going there, then yeah. You don't want to obviously go to the valley if you're the only one over here in the valley. That would be dumb. Then by all means, push town. You can still win pushing town. But if you are, especially if you're top tier or in a dominating vehicle, hold the valley. Hold the valley, win the game. Hold the valley, win the game. Fall back to your base, etc., etc., you know. But look at this result, guys. This is my first impression. Like, holy Toledo. 512,000 credits made and 38,000 experience because of ×5, because it was Black Friday. And we had another ×5 on, and we had the ×2 going for the autumn games, and a couple other multipliers in here. And holy mackerel. 512,000. 52,000 per XP boost. 19,000 tank XP boost. Wow. And then the ×2 from the autumn games added on top of that. Not too shabby. Anyway, guys, hope you all enjoyed. If you did, slap that like button, comment, subscribe. Make sure you go check out SpacePad, GotADingy, YouTubes, and Twitch. Links in the description below. Let me know how Update 4.12 has been treating you in the comments below. And I will see you guys all later. Take care, everyone, and peace out.